Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support for when the divorce process has finished. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics related to post-divorce. Together, we'll explore the emotional, financial, and legal aspects of life after divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hello and welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce, the podcast where we explore the journey of rebuilding your life after divorce. Today, we are diving into the critical role of divorce support groups once the divorce is final. Divorce, as we all know, is a life-altering event. Once the papers are signed, the legal chapter may be closed, but the emotional journey is far from over. The post-divorce phase can be both liberating and challenging. It's a time when you begin to redefine who you are and what your life looks like moving forward. This is where divorce support groups play a pivotal role. When you're going through a divorce, it's common to feel isolated and alone. Your social circle might change, and your emotional support system can become strained. This is where support groups step in to offer a lifeline. They provide a safe space for individuals to share their experiences, fears, and hopes with others who have walked in their shoes. Finding your tribe in a divorce support group can be immensely comforting, helping you realize that you're not alone in this journey. The emotional toll of a divorce can be overwhelming. Grief, anger, and uncertainty are just a few of the many emotions that can surface. Divorce support groups offer a platform for you to express these feelings and work through them. It's a place where you can gain valuable insights into coping strategies and learning from others who have successfully navigated their emotional healing process. Practical aspects of divorce life can be daunting. From co-parenting to financial restructuring, there are countless challenges to overcome. Support groups provide a wealth of knowledge and experience, offering practical guidance and tips to help you handle these challenges with grace and confidence. Members often share resources, legal advice, and expert recommendations that can be invaluable as you start this new chapter in your life. Ultimately, the post-divorce phase is about rediscovering who you are as an individual. Support groups can guide you on this path of self-discovery. They help you set new goals, establish a sense of identity, and redefine your priorities. It's an opportunity to explore your passions, talents, and dreams that may have been overshadowed during your marriage. Wrapping up, divorce support groups play a pivotal role in helping you rebuild your life after divorce. They provide the emotional support, guidance, and sense of belonging that can make the difference in this challenging journey. Remember, it's okay to seek help, and it's okay to embrace this opportunity for personal growth. You are not defined by your divorce, but by the strength and resilience you demonstrate as you move forward into a brighter chapter of your life. Thank you for joining me today on this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce. I hope this has been a helpful exploration of the importance of divorce support groups. Please remember, you are not alone, and the community is waiting to embrace and support you as you embark on the new path. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Should you have any questions or need anything, my contact information is in the description. I'm always happy to assist. See you next time. Welcome to Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce, the podcast that will help navigate the challenging path of divorce and emerge as your best self. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, and today's episode will be discussing a topic that might not be top of mind during a divorce, but it's incredibly important. The role of life insurance once divorce is final. Divorce is a significant life event, and it often comes with a host of financial, emotional, and logistical challenges. As you're reorganizing your life and assets, it's crucial to consider how life insurance can play a vital role in securing you and your family's future. One of the most common reasons people take out life insurance policies during a divorce is to ensure that financial obligations to the ex-spouse and children are met. If you're ordered to pay alimony, child support, or other financial commitments in your divorce agreement, life insurance can act as a safety net in case something unexpected happens to you. For instance, if you're responsible for child support, a life insurance policy can provide financial support to your children if you're no longer around. It can help cover their educational expenses, medical bills, and other needs, ensuring they maintain the quality of life that you intended for them. Another key reason to consider life insurance after divorce is to protect your assets in estate planning. If you've agreed to split your assets, a life insurance policy can help equalize the division. This is particularly important if a significant portion of your assets is tied up in assets that are not liquid, like real estate. So how do we get life insurance obtained? Well, you can start by consulting with a financial advisor or an attorney who specializes in divorce and family law. They can help you determine the right type and amount of coverage you need, taking into account your financial commitments and long-term goals. It's also essential to name beneficiaries in your life insurance policies carefully. If you're paying alimony or child support, you'll want to designate your ex-spouse or a trust that benefits your children. Make sure that the beneficiary designations align with your divorce agreement and any changes you've made to your will or estate plan. Keep in mind that life insurance isn't a one-and-done decision. As your life evolves, your insurance needs may change too. Review your policy regularly to ensure that it aligns with your current financial situation and commitments. Wrapping up, life insurance can be a critical component of your post-divorce financial planning. It offers protection for your children, ensures financial commitments are met, and provides peace of mind for you and your family. If you're going through a divorce or you have recently finalized one, don't overlook the role life insurance can have in securing your future. That's it for today's episode of Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce. I hope you found this information on the role of life insurance after divorce helpful. Remember, divorce can be challenging. It's a long process a lot of times, but with the right knowledge and support, you can build a strong foundation for your new life once the divorce is finalized. Thank you for listening, and please join us on our next episode as we continue our journey of self-discovery and empowerment after divorce. If you have any questions or topics, feel free. Let me know. My email and contact information is in the description. Remember that divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Until next time, take care and stay strong. Welcome to Breaking Ties, a New You After Divorce, the podcast that helps you navigate life's changes with confidence and resilience. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, and in today's episode, we're going to tackle a topic on the minds of many divorcees: renting versus buying a home after the divorce is final. Divorce is a life-altering event that often comes with many financial and emotional challenges. One of the major decisions you'll be facing after the dust settles is where to live. Should you rent or should you buy a home? To help you make the right choice, we'll explore the pros and cons of each option. First, let's keep in mind that everybody's situation on a home is different. Whether you have kids or not plays a very important role on what your housing options will look like. So you're going to want to take all these into consideration when making your choice. Now, let's begin with the advantages of renting. First, we have flexibility. Renting offers a level of flexibility that buying a home simply can't match. This can be especially valuable if you're rebuilding your life after divorce. You can move to a different neighborhood or city more easily to explore new opportunities. Second point is lower financial commitment. Renting typically requires a smaller upfront financial commitment. You won't need a substantial down payment or be responsible for ongoing maintenance costs, which can be a relief when you're dealing with the aftermath of a divorce. Third, maintenance and repairs are different. When you rent, your landlord is responsible for repairs and the maintenance. This can alleviate stress and save you time and money in the long run. The advantages for buying a home start with first, real estate can be a long-term solid investment. When you buy a home, you're building equity that can benefit you financially in the future. It's like putting your money into a savings account while you enjoy a place to live. Second, owning a home provides a sense of stability and security. It's your space to decorate and make your own, and you don't have to worry about sudden rent increases or landlord decisions. Thirdly, there can be tax benefits associated with home ownership, such as deductions for mortgage interest and property taxes, if you qualify. These can help financially in the post-divorce phase. However, they often may not work out if you do not have a big enough property. Looking at the disadvantages of renting. When you rent, you essentially are paying someone else's mortgage. You won't have the freedom to make major changes to the property, and your monthly payments don't build equity. The next big one really is rent prices can go up over time, making it harder to budget for in the future. This uncertainty can be challenging, especially if your financial situation is still stabilizing post-divorce. Disadvantages of buying a home. Purchasing a home is a significant financial commitment. You'll need a down payment, closing costs, and ongoing expenses like property taxes and maintenance. Now, there are programs out there that can alter how much you have to put down and the closing costs. However, ongoing expenses will always be out there when you own your own house. Also, buying a home ties you to a specific location, which could be a drawback if your life is still in flux after divorce. Selling a home can take time and money. So, should you rent or buy a home after the divorce is final? There really isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. It just depends on your unique circumstances and priorities. If you value flexibility and want to avoid a large financial commitment, renting may be the way to go. It can give you the freedom to explore new opportunities and rebuild your life without the burden of homeownership. On the other hand, if you're seeking stability, a long-term investment, and the feeling of owning a place to call your own, buying a home might be the right choice. Ultimately, consider your financial situation, personal preferences, and long-term goals when making this decision. It's important to consult with a financial advisor and a real estate professional to ensure you make an informed choice. I'd like to thank you for joining us today on this episode of Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. We hope this discussion has shed some light on renting versus buying decision-making. Remember, your post-divorce journey is about creating a new and fulfilling life. No matter which path you choose, embrace it with confidence and know that you have the power to shape your future. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. All the best. Welcome to Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce, the podcast where we explore the journey of rediscovering yourself and embracing life's new beginnings after divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, and today we're going to talk about a topic that often comes with mixed emotions, but can be incredibly empowering: celebrating special occasions after your divorce is final. As you and I both know, divorce is a life-altering experience, and it's natural to have reservations about celebrating special occasions after such a significant life change. You might be wondering, is it even appropriate to celebrate when your life is in flux? The answer is a resounding yes. The divorce process is often filled with pain, uncertainty, and sometimes bitterness. But when the final papers are signed, it's an opportunity to close one chapter and start a new one. It's a fresh beginning for you to celebrate the person you've become through all of those trials and tribulations. One essential thing to remember is that celebrating doesn't mean you have to throw a massive party or spend lots of money. Celebrating can be as simple as recognizing your growth and progress. It's about appreciating the small victories and acknowledging the person you've evolved into post-divorce. One of the most significant benefits of celebrating special occasions after divorce is the sense of empowerment it brings. It's a reminder that you are in control of your life and your happiness. Whether it's your birthday, anniversary, or any other special occasion, make it your own. You get to decide how you want to mark the day. Birthdays, for instance, can be a beautiful opportunity to embrace a new you. Treat yourself to a special gift, go on an adventure, or simply savor a quiet moment of reflection. You've overcome challenges, and your birthday is a testament to your resilience. Anniversaries, although they might carry a different tone post-divorce, can still hold significance. Instead of mourning what was, you can choose to celebrate the growth you've experienced since that day. It's a day to commemorate your personal journey, the strength you've gained, and the lessons you've learned. And what about holidays like Valentine's Day or Christmas, when society often emphasizes togetherness and romance? Use these occasions to honor the love and appreciation you have for yourself and your loved ones, like friends and family. Celebrate the joy of giving and receiving love, even if it's in a different form. One of the key takeaways here is celebrating special occasions after divorce is all about self-compassion. It's about being kind to yourself, understanding that healing takes time, appreciation of the person you are now. You don't need anyone else to validate your worth. It comes from within. Remember, the path to healing is unique for each individual. It's okay to grieve the past and celebrate the future simultaneously. There's no right or wrong way to do it. The important thing is to focus on your growth and happiness. In closing, celebrating special occasions after divorce is a powerful reminder that you can shape your own destiny. It's an opportunity to take charge of your life, embrace your newfound freedom, and love yourself unconditionally. Thank you for joining me on Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. I hope this episode has inspired you to celebrate special occasions with a newfound sense of purpose and self-appreciation. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the description. Always happy to help. And just keep in mind, divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter. Take care. Hi, and welcome to the Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce podcast. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, and today I'm going to do things a little differently on the podcast. I'm going to just talk from myself about Thanksgiving. I plan on dropping this podcast on Thanksgiving, and whether you celebrate Thanksgiving or not, I think it's still a great time to actually be thankful, and feel thankful. You don't have to have any special reason why or anything like that. However, Thanksgiving is often the time that we choose to reflect, and reflection is good. Reflect on what the year has been like, what the upcoming year looks like, and be thankful for what you have around you. I'm thankful for the usual stuff, the health of my boys, myself, my girlfriend, her boys. There's always much you can be thankful for. Be thankful that you made it through the process of getting divorced and you're in the rebuilding phase, self-discovering who you are. If there wasn't a divorce process, you would still be stuck where you were, trying to figure things out. Some would say be thankful for your divorce attorney if you had one. I don't know. Seems kind of oxymoronish, but actually I get along and talk with my divorce attorney. And so it's, I don't find it to be a big thing, but it does seem a little strange from time to time. And you always want to take time for yourself, self-reflection, and work on your personal growth and development. You can even be thankful for your ex-spouse, because if it wasn't for your ex-spouse and you have kids, you wouldn't have kids. I'm extremely thankful for my ex-spouse. She does a good job raising the boys. And while you still might be newly divorced and it still may feel stressful and unusual and you're still trying to find your way financially and emotionally, you'll make it. You'll move on. You'll be a better version of you. So I want to thank you for joining me on this unique episode of Breaking Ties, A New You After Divorce. If you got questions, my contact information is in the description. I know it sounds corny and cliche. However, I genuinely mean it. If there's something I can do to help, I will definitely help. Remember that divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of the next great chapter, and you have already embarked. Take care of yourself.
We want to thank you for listening to this episode of Breaking Ties, a new you after divorce with Mike Fulkerson. For questions, please reach out to Mike via email in the description or give him a shout at 630-444-1410. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow.